Sexless marriage. She's just a witch. She's just wicked. All right. So, welcome back. I'm still in Dallas. My wife is still at home. I miss her.
You're gonna be saying this all the time. I miss
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I do miss you a lot.
Yeah. Thank you, babe.
Because now I have to watch all my shows for myself. So,
You're not watching them. You're waiting for me, right?
some I have to watch without you. The
Okay.
ones you don't like.
Oh, the ones. Okay. So those ones that you force me to watch sometimes.
Yes.
All right, good. So, sexless marriage, she's just wicked. Let me ask you, you're the woman here. Is she just wicked when a woman holds back and 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 this is still an adult decision, decide to hold back and close her legs to her husband? Is she just wicked? Can you shed some light on this for us?
Well, if you say she's just wicked, I guess she's not only wicked to the guy, she's also wicked to herself. Because, I mean, she also benefits from the sex that she has with you, I hope. I hope that's not a duty.
Or maybe she wasn't benefiting in the first place.
Maybe she's just lying down there and just giving you what you want and say, just be done. No, I don't think she's wicked. I think that's a person that is confused in the moment. That's a person that is hurting in the moment. That's a person that is probably protecting themselves in the moment because they feel like unsafe. There's so many reasons to why, or she could even be, going through something that she doesn't even know she's going through. So I don't subscribe to the she's just wicked. I believe there's something behind the reason why she's not opening her legs.
So one of the pushback that you ladies get when you say the statement you just made, which is she doesn't know what she's going through, is like, wait, I thought this is supposed to be an adult. She doesn't know what she's going through. How would you respond to that?
People don't understand. When people say that, it tells me that they lack so many. I'm going to use this. It comes back to the emotional intelligence thing again. Like you're not paying attention. This is someone you've chosen for yourself. This is someone that you once that loved you. At least you guys at a point in your time love each other and you were crazy about each other. But all of a sudden, they're now acting weird. Wouldn't you want to find out what is really going on rather than concluding that, oh, she's an adult, she should be able to make a decision? Look, sex is not something you just turn on and turn off. No, you just can't open your legs and say, okay, come on. I mean, who does that? So you have to be able to do some work, reason a little bit. What is going on with this woman? I am serious. People go through moments that they don't know, especially women. They can't figure out why they feel the way they feel. Yesterday, I was watching a TikTok and there was this doctor talking about, he was talking about something called the reason why some women feel anxious when they're in their 40s or they can't sleep or they are stressed. He said, I want to call it the right name. That's why I want to look it up for you. Because I saved it on my phone because I said I'm going to go back to it and ask my doctor about this. It's called progesterone, like low levels of progesterone. It's an hormone in the body that when it's low, it affects everything else. So there's so many things going through, and I'm not trying to make excuses for women, like men don't have hormones or something like that. I don't know anything about men, but I know for women, once they have childbirth, not even childbirth alone, just having your menstruation every month, you will notice that some women will be very cranky in that period. they feel pain. So a man needs to know. Pay attention. You're not. Don't just be useless. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to be harsh. But I'm tired of hearing people saying, oh, she's an adult. What do you mean she doesn't know? She doesn't know this, she doesn't know that. You have to pay attention. Women lose themselves most of the time after they have babies. They lose themselves because automatically they put their children ahead of themselves. Some women, maybe they don't, but most of us women, we're overly caring that we just put our children before ourselves. You know what I mean? They put family first. So in that moment, they lose themselves. They know sometimes they don't feel fulfilled, they don't feel happy, but they don't know why they don't feel happy. You know what I mean? So we can't just sit down there and say, oh no, she's just a wicked being. She said that she was going to be having sex with me every now and then, but she chose not to. No, it's deeper than that. Come on, man.
I mean, you said it all. It's emotional intelligence. It's emotional intelligence. And the average man, especially in this time and age, have a difficult time understanding that, because everyone is.
Ranting, by the way.
No, you're good, baby.
I went on a rant. What?
You're good. It's better that it comes from you, because if it's coming from you, I become the simp that quick.
Oh.
but you know, simp a lot of time these days is equals to emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means you understand there is such a thing as emotions, and it drives. Is 90% of the variable of what drives romance,
Right.
even when you don't want to admit it. The fact that you don't want to admit it is emotional. It's emotional behavior.
It is.
You know, you may think you're speaking facts, but that's your emotional behavior.
I'm tired of this fact.
Except that you're not being intentional, and then that means you're just off the handle, running your mouth anyhow.
Right.
And that's something that a lot of men will hopefully they will get to it, but it's very difficult right now because. Honestly, a lot of women too are not educating themselves in the parts that they can play, you know. So my thing is that ideally I would like a man not to need a woman to assume masculine role of overthinking.
Right.
Because when you put a woman into a place where she has to understand the man's side, she will by default become masculine, which is neither wrong nor right. She's naturally should be in a feminine where she doesn't have to think this thing. She should just be willing to receive, and she will multiply and reciprocate.
Right.
But a lot of these men are asking you to be feminine, but that's not what feminine is. They actually you to think. That's masculine vibe. That's masculine energy, you know, because they're thinking one is right or wrong or one is above, and it's none of that. It's just energy that when they come together, it creates sexual polarity. You know, and when they're out of place, people are angry and people are mad at each other. So when she's in her feminine, she could be in her feminine and her leg closes because she doesn't feel safe and secure. Naturally, she's trying to protect herself now. The masculine thing is going.
It's not about you.
How even what you just mentioned with the babies, right? As men, because I've gone through this myself, I've been guilty of this myself. When a woman just had a new baby, is now 6 weeks old, or it's like, oh, not 6 weeks, maybe like 3 months old baby, and the baby is getting all the attention, we start to get jealous of the baby. But we don't realize that actually it's not just her putting the baby ahead of us, she's putting the baby even ahead of herself.
Yes.
So it's something that women do need to be educated on, because they don't realize they're doing that. But in a society where men are leading, I want ideally, I understand it's not necessarily a normal thing. I want a man to also ascend to that level of knowledge, emotional intelligence, and understand that she's not trying to hurt you, dude. Like, it's something that you should lean in closer and try to understand it. And when you do that, that makes her feel safer, and what you're looking for itself. But it requires patience.
Yes.
It requires patience. Yeah.
A lot of patience.
So we will continue to talk about this. Just subscribe, like the video, do all of that kind of stuff so you can continue to hear us talk about this. But there you have it. Anything else you wanted to add onto this, babe?
No, baby.
All right.